Howdy, Ayebawl here, and welcome to another episode of Factorio with Arumba's Angel plus Bond mod pack. So, while I was running through the base, I noticed that I was no longer making the white circuit boards anymore. And then I realized I finally ran out of the brown fluid, which was fluoric something or other. It's basically used in the etching of the white boards. You don't use a whole lot of it. You don't need a lot. So I set up a simple uh, factory to get some more being made real quick. Then I also noticed that the was it the gas residue was filled up, so I had to move that out of the way. And then I give plastic a bigger warehouse. So batteries have slowed down production due to the lack of lead. So I'll go ahead and take some time here to move some of the ores out of the warehouse and put iron in the process to be smelted into iron plate. So the idea is to go out and push the biters back again, but I wanted to get some new armor so I can take more hits. I decided to go ahead and wait on armor crafting 4 so I can get the next step of armor. The reason for this is that I was needing thermal water, and the only patches that I see on the map right now is above the lake north of me. So I kind of planned something out by pushing the wall back, and the reason why I needed that thermal water was to get lithium water. I need lithium water for the lithium batteries, which is needed for the next science pack. So if I want to continue on in science, I'm definitely going to need that thermal water. So the next um, piece of armor was needing titanium plate and the silicoid or something. So it shouldn't have been too hard to make since I left the silicone platters in a box. So as soon as I get the right factory down, I'll be able to start making those. So I just needed 100 of each. And then I'll be able to make myself a new set of armor. Now when it came to fighting the biters off or pushing them back, I got a helpful tip from one of the viewers that using the sniper turrets ends up working a lot better, and I found out that it did. They might shoot slower, but the damage that they do is ridiculous. So basically, as like right now, my goal is to get that thermal water so I can start making lithium water, so I can start making the batteries. but this ends up turning into a very, very big, long endeavor. First off, I would have to push the biters back, and then reconstruct the defensive wall to protect those resources. So instead of going out there with the Mark 1s, the Mark 2s, all they needed was steel and Invar. So I went ahead and got those being produced. So while I wait for those, I'm going to clear out some trees. And make sure that the base is fully covered in the logistic network. Because all those robots are going to start heading north here in a little bit. Alright, so it's time to head out and attack the biters. While the Mark IIs are being built, we'll do one more run of the machine gun turrets. So we've all seen biter attacks before. I took out the part of the video where I'm picking up the gun turret and moving over to the next biter nest. So here I am, now that we've got the biter nest cleared out, I can add an extension to the defensive wall. This will be pushed out all the way up to the lake. And I'll just add the robot ports so that the robots can handle all the heavy lifting. Alright, so let's head north, start clearing them out up there. So I haven't quite cleared out enough, but I'm going to start running the roboports up there and just lay down one section of the defensive wall, try to prevent any nests being built south of it while I still push the biters back and get something set up. So surrounding the lake here, there's been biters that have been accumulating ever since the beginning of the game. So I'm going to build a whole bunch of termite bots and let them take care of all the trees. I need to clear out this area. Those three little cracks or crevices in the ground, that's where the thermal water comes from. So I kind of want to make a nice little, or a big enough area for me to put my defensive wall around it. So it took me a moment, but eventually I realized that it'd probably go a lot smoother if I just went up north and actually took out that base so the biters would stop coming. Wave after wave. So I go ahead and just lay one leg of the defensive wall down, and I need to head back to the base. I wanted to resupply and grab those Mark IIs, or the Mark II sniper turrets. So I don't know if you saw that, but I forgot to place the output inserters on the sniper turrets. But I've got 50 now, so let's head on up and we'll take a look at the difference between the machine gun turret versus the sniper gun turret. Sniper gun turret's got a wider range, does a lot more damage, but shoots a lot slower. So I'm going to push the biters back some more. Basically, I want to build my defensive wall just north of the stir light, or that light blue ore that's on the ground. It's kind of magical where you destroy a whole bunch of trees just to find some nice goodies underneath. Alright, I think one more arc around the perimeter of where the biters' nests are at should just about do it. It's like you have to place down a leading trail so the biters will go towards those, and then you can move forward to lay down the turrets that will actually reach into the back part of their biter base or biter nest. So these biters have been collecting since the beginning of the game on the other side of the lake because their pathing would allow them to go around. But that should be it. They should be pushed back far enough so that I can actually reposition this wall and claim all these goodies up here. So there's 3 patches of thermal water, the light blue ore, 2 of the dark blue, red, white, and bobmonium, the brown one. So I go ahead and take some time to clear out the biters on the east as well. But I'm going to leave it here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.